77, yeah. 77, I was at some party stuff before I ever met Bear and did anything with him. It was like 70, I think it was 78 when I went to the party up there. This was at above the jail, right next to Sons, because there's a penthouse above it. There used to be, I don't know if there still is now, but I can remember that penthouse perfectly. And I remember it had glass doors all around. It had a zebra skin rug. It had a white piano. It had an ivory tusk on the piano. It had a fake fire, or not a fake, it had a fireplace in it. The bathroom was the only thing that really stood out to me because it was odd. It had little cowboy scenes on the wall. I mean, the whole apartment was fixed up really nice with $1 million furniture. It looked like, and you go in the bathroom, there's little cowboys on the wall. And it kind of
didn't
match for me. I mean, I looked at it, it was kind of like, who did the decorating in this place?
Well, why were the little cowboys? What were they doing?
I don't know. All I remember is I can remember the bathroom. Because I kept going back to it, and I kept thinking that was a messed up memory. I thought it was, this can't possibly be a correct memory. And then I remember like going out the one room into the bathroom, and it's like I could never get it fixed. But it's like I just see little cowboy scenes on the wall. So I just said that was, and somebody else that I know confirmed that that's what it had in the bathroom. They had been there too, and had seen the cowboy scenes on the wall. And, wallpaper in the bathroom. It's like stood out just like Colonel Aquino's bathtub stands out because he has the tiger claws on it. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will. We'll go around there.
We haven't gotten into that guy. We haven't gotten into that stuff yet.
You know, we got a long ways to go.
Next guy on the list is Mark Kilman. I was with him 3 times. He was from Lincoln.
Of the what time?
1978. Huh?
What did you say? Mark Kilman from where?
Mark Kilman from Lincoln.
Oh, I thought you said something with the Century Times.
I was with him 3 times.
Oh, with him 3 times, okay.
May have come out as the Century Times. So
okay.
3 times.
Okay.
Get tired, I start slurring. And I met him on the run in Omaha. And I know he was from Lincoln because he came down here several times and went to his house. And he was in his early 20s. Lived with his mommy and daddy. He went to school at UNL. He was a pretty smart guy. The next guy.
What year was that?
1978. He was 11 years old. Next guy is a guy named Bob Bentor. He was also from Lincoln and good friends with Mark Tillman, and he also went to UNL.
Year?
78.
How many times?
3 times.
3?
3 times. Whenever Mark or Bob pick me up, they're usually together or something. So.
Where did this activity take place?
In Omaha.
Oh.
They picked me up off the run, and we came down to Lincoln, so some of it took place here in Lincoln too. So.
Were in their homes or a hotel or what?
Usually it was at Bob's house because he had an apartment. Mark lived with his mom and dad. Actually, his mom because his dad was dead.
Yeah.
And I know he knew Arlen Bear because we talked about it, so he told me to stay away from the guy. So the guy was deaf.
He said stay away from Arlen Bear, huh?
He also said, he was in his, I don't know if he's in his 20s or his late teens. I mean, he was not an abusive guy. Neither one of them, Mark or Bob, neither one were abusive guys. They were, generally, for people who abused me, they were the nicer ones. And I don't know if it was really abuse because I was on the run and I was there for a reason.
When you say on the run, that's where the
male prostitutes hang out.
That's where they hang out, like Santa Monica Boulevard in L.A., right? Okay.
Next guy on the list, I knew him as Steve from St. Paul, Minnesota. And I was with him one time. And I go from on the list because besides being on the run one time, they just put down everybody that abused you. And the time I just started putting down if I remember the name or not. This guy's a guy named Dave Kruger.
So Steve was in Omaha then?
Yeah, he made a trip to Omaha for some reason. He was from St. Paul. I remember that because I looked at his license. That's also how I knew his name was Steve, but I didn't bother looking at the last name. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was with Dave Kruger one time in 1978. He was from Des Moines. I met him on the run.
How many times?
Once. So I don't know. I can see them. I said he's from Des Moines too, but no, I was at the lobby from Des Moines also. But not on the right. Next guy was 3 times. His name is Fowler. I'm trying to remember his first name for a long time. Met him in 1979. Also seen him at parties with Alan Bear, and I met him he was from Omaha. I also met him on the run. First picked me up on the run and went to Alan Bear's parties because he didn't know I even knew Bear. And after we met each other at the party, but that's when that happened, was at parties. Next guy was with one time that I can remember. The reason I say that is I got around this guy and he drugged me a lot. So I don't know if it was more than once, but his name was Joe Ramos. He was a teacher from Chicago, and I met him on the run, but I also met him in Chicago. He ran a group of kids and stuff for another guy who got busted, who had a pink file, had a big file with all these guys' names and stuff. Minus, of course, well actually I don't know if it was minus their names or not, but nobody's ever came out with the fact that Alan Bear's name was in it, Harold Anderson's name was in it. In fact,
where'd this file come from?
it was a file that this guy had kept. They got arrested, not Joe Ramos, because he's never been arrested. He was a teacher. That's how he got most of the kids for his business, because they prostituted kids out. And he was the one that recruited a lot of kids. He's never been arrested, as far as I know. Never been found out about. But
why would you make a file of the perpetrators?
well, because they were all over the country and stuff. And the reason was is he had on these file cards, he had what type of kids this person liked. And these people would like call him and they would like order kids from their own areas, and these guys would like have kids from, like I was their kid from Omaha, and I helped supply them with other kids that were my age and stuff to do things for men here in Omaha, and also in Chicago and New York. And
So this guy was Chicago?
yeah, he
He had pictures of the perpetrators?
No, he had file cards. He didn't. Joe Ramos didn't have them. The other guy had them. The other guy got arrested. They found this file card thing, but of course, the FBI, I believe, is the one that arrested them. So it's like any of the files that they didn't want to become public would have probably disappeared.
Well, who was in the file card?
I know Alan Bear was, because I was in this apartment and I had to make calls to some of these guys. And so when I did, I had to set up appointments for some people, and then I had to call the kids. The kids' files were kept in a different place. I mean, the file, they had over 100,000, I'd say probably close to 100,000 file cards.
Of perpetrators?
From all over the country.
And
that's also where the mailing list came from, to mail out things for...
When was this arrest made?
I don't know what it was made.
When did the FBI obtain these cards?
I'm not sure. It was in the 80s. I'm sure the FBI is the one that got them because they're the ones that were investigating it. They're the ones from
and
Chicago.
And where was the arrest made? Chicago? And who was arrested?
I don't remember what his name was. I've been trying to remember this guy's name, but I can't. All I know is he had been in prison for molesting kids before that. And I arrested him for doing the same thing to some kids and stuff.
And whose name was on there besides Alan Bear?
Harold Anderson's name was
You know that Anderson's name was on there?
Yeah.
You what? You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. What other names did you see?
It's Anderson and...
You want to turn that off? It's 11:53, and I have a personal problem. I have to fly back to Los Angeles tomorrow morning first thing, so we will continue this at some date in the future, not too far distant in the future. Thanks very much.